Alright guys, listen up because Trump just posted this on Truth Social. I'm going to read it for you, but you can read it up on here as well. Donald Trump posted 9 hours ago saying that it's my great honor to announce that I've just made a trade deal with the Socialist Republic of Vietnam after speaking with To Lam, the highly respected General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam. It will be a great deal of cooperation between our two countries. The terms are, so that's the whole thing here. Basically Trump made an announcement saying that they made a trade deal. USA made a trade deal with Vietnam. So let's have a look at what is this trade deal. So the terms on the deal is that Vietnam will pay the United States a 20% tariff on any and all goods sent into our territory. So if Vietnam wants to send any, I don't know, a mobile phone, a car, or anything like that, they're gonna pay 20% tariff on that good, all right? Anything that gets into the territory. And a 40% tariff on any transshipping. So any, basically, I think containers and all of those things will be 40%. We'll tax it at 40%. In return, that's the point here. That doesn't make any sense for me, at least. All right, I've read these like 10, 15 times, and it still doesn't make sense. So put your comments down because I want to see what you guys are thinking about this. So 20% tariff, that's what USA will charge. 40% tariff, that's what USA will charge. And in return, Vietnam will do something that they have never done before. Give the United States of America total access to the market to trade. So in other words, they will open the market to United States, meaning that we will be able to sell our products into Vietnam at zero tariff. So it doesn't make any sense. Vietnam is giving free access as of Trump's charging between 20 to 40%. So what's the trade deal? What's the good between this deal? It doesn't really resonate to me. But anyways, he keeps going and says that it's my opinion that the ESV, or as it's sometimes referred to, large end vehicles, so basically trucks, like high vehicles, big vehicles, will be a wonderful addition to the various product lines with Vietnam. Dealing with General Secretary To Lam, which I did personally, was an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Again, another Trump tweet, another Trump Truth Social that doesn't make any sense. All right, so I want to know what you guys think about this. Well, with that, stocks is all-time highs. Nasdaq's up, S&P 500 is up. So all of this is pretty, repercuting a lot of risk on into the market. We continue to see Australian dollar very strong. We continue to see Japanese yen very strong, New Zealand dollar very strong, euro, the pound. All of the trades I've mentioned yesterday on yesterday webinar is in profit. I've had 5 trades: long euro dollar, long pound dollar, long Aussie against the US dollar, long US dollar Japanese yen, and short US dollar CAD. All of those 5 trades is in profit at the moment. So these are the type of content you're missing when you're not coming to the webinars. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. And don't forget that today we're going to have another webinar from 4 to 5 p.m. in Sydney time. So make sure to join the Telegram. The link is on the description. And you see 4 p.m. on Sydney time. I really don't know where you are, so have to check your time zone. But on 4 p.m. in Sydney time, we'll send the link for the Zoom for you to join me for free, $0, no costs. Just join me and we can have a good time, and I can answer your questions. You can bring any questions, and we can have a debate, let's say. Now, that being said, I really don't understand this trade deal. In my opinion, why Vietnam did that is just because they want to have some sort of relationship with USA, that in the future they can use it for better deal or better exposure to the media, or if something happens around, in terms of war, they have USA backing them up, etc. So it really, really depends on what they want to do in the future and not only now. So it will be really, really interesting to see this going with the flow. Now, The next thing is tonight we're gonna have the NFP, all right? So it's gonna be today again, because usually it's on the first Friday of the month, but today is on Thursday at 10:30 p.m. The reason is because of tomorrow, the 4th of July, is the Independence Day, all right? So Independence Day on USA, it's like Christmas, it's bigger than Christmas. A lot of people go traveling, so soon it hits 1:30 p.m. on Thursday afternoon for USA. That's it. The bell is closing the market, and people go off to travel and do the things that they like to do. For this reason, they moved one day before on Thursday. Now, what is actually expected for the NFP? Well, the expectations are 120,000. From the previous of 139,000. The unemployment rate is to have a bit of an increase from 4.2% to 4.3%. And the average hourly earnings is to decrease from 0.4 to 0.3. So in overall, everything looks really bad, okay? The unemployment rate is higher, average hourly earnings is lower, and non-farm payroll is lower. So this is literally the recipe for a disaster, for a continuation of the US dollar weakness. If we do have a bit of more weakness into NFP or average hourly earnings, unemployment rate, I don't think it will be above 4.3, okay? If it's above 4.3, that's really bad. But the expectations of the Fed is to be between 4 to 4.3 for the whole year. So they've been right for the first half. Let's see how it goes on the second half. Now, if the NFP and the average hourly earnings come a little bit below, just a tiny bit, let's say 0.2 for average hourly earnings and 110,000 for non-farm payroll, this is going to open a lot. And I mean a lot of chance for the Fed to cut more and more aggressively into the second half of this year. So the third quarter and the fourth quarter. And that's going to be really bearish for the US dollar index. And I'm talking about maybe 90. All right, going down to $90 for the DXY. Just so you guys know, $1 is not worth €1 anymore. All right, €1 is worth 85 cents. So that's how bad we're going. All right. Again, long euro dollar, long pound dollar, long yen against the US dollar, so short US dollar, Japanese yen, long Australian dollar against the US dollar. These are all the good trades we could potentially carry for this month, especially after, on the 31st of July, we're going to have the FOMC meeting, and that's going to be very crucial for us to understand what they're thinking and how are they looking ahead. Cool. That being said, don't forget, I will be breaking this much more in depth tonight. Well, this afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. Sydney time. It's free to join, so don't make don't make mistakes and come. Just come with us, because that's a very good time. It's 1 hour 45 minutes, 45 minutes to 1 hour. That is really great to have everyone there. All right, I see you there, or I see you in the next video. Have a great day, and I see you later. Bye bye.